Hey guys, Dr. Jordan Masley with Sports Chiropractic of Utah, your health, performance, and wellness specialist of Salt Lake City. Today we're going to talk a little bit about plantar fasciitis. I challenge you to tag a friend who's experiencing this and let them know that we have a really good stretch/exercise that will help with that. First, we need to understand what the heck is going on with plantar fasciitis. If you are the type of person that wakes up and you have pain right here on your heel in the morning, the first few steps when you wake up, chances are you're experiencing what we call plantar fasciitis. Now what's happening is that fascia, or that big soft tissue structure right under the bottom of your foot that provides your arch, is becoming very irritated at the base or by your heel. Now it's commonly called fasciitis when in reality it doesn't have really anything to do with inflammation. What it's doing is actually breaking down the tendon, just like we talked about the elbow last week in having tendinitis versus tendinosis. Really it's more of a tendinopathy, but that's neither here nor there, but just so you know. But really there are certain populations that experience this more than others. Runners primarily. We see a lot of runners that experience this, and also dancers, because what it does is, if this is your foot, when you're running it requires maximal what we call plantar flexion, or bringing your toes towards the ground. And at the same time, as you bring your toes down, your toes are still up towards the end of your gait or the end of your stance phase when you're running, so that puts maximal stress and tension. And the purpose of the plantar fascia is actually just to reduce a lot of tension in your ligaments and even your nerves experience in your foot. It's a good stabilizing mechanism. So those that are more prone to this are dancers and runners, of course. Those that are a little overweight experience this, or a little bit more prone to it anyway. Those that when they run, as their foot comes down, they rotate this way too much, or if they come down here and they don't bring their foot back enough, that's called resupination. So those are a couple of the people that are really at risk for developing this, this condition. It's very, very painful and very annoying. We have many different treatment modalities, the first of which we have to identify where is it coming from. You know, what's causing this pain? Is it because of your foot? Do you have too high of an arch? Do you not have enough of an arch? Those are two risk factors as well. Are you not, when you're running, are you not stabilizing yourself with your hip? So, for instance, as you run, is your leg caving in? When your leg caves in like that, because your hip can't control it, it puts a lot of wear and tear and actually forces your foot down into what we call pronation, which will then put a lot of excess stress on that tissue as well. So that's another way it can cause it. If you have chronically tight calves, tight hamstrings, or even tight butt muscles, those can all predispose you to plantar fasciitis. So what we're going to do, we're going to show you our very favorite stretch for plantar fasciitis. Share this with anyone you know dealing with this. Tag them in this post, share it, whatever you need to do. But try this one stretch, see if it helps. And if that's the case, then we're well on our way to helping you overcome this. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. So we're going to show you our number one stretch that we use for people that are dealing with plantar fasciitis. And what it's focusing on is getting the calf stretched out properly. Because if that calf is way too tight, we're limiting our ability for our leg or our foot to come up like this, which is another risk factor. So what we're going to do is we're going to teach you how to properly stretch your calf. What we need to realize is that all of our muscles work in three directions: forward, side to side, and rotational. So we're going to do all three of those. What you're going to do, you're going to put your foot up against a wall, just like so, get a good stretch, and you're going to bounce forward 10 times, just like this with your hips, okay? It's not with your head, with your hips. You're going to bounce forward 10 times. After you do 10 forward, what you're going to do, get a good stretch again, and then we'll do what we call window washers, where you're going to stretch side to side like this. So this is getting the outsides of your calves and unwinding it like that. Last thing you'll do after you do 10 each way, you're going to do 10 rotational drills. So you're going to get a good stretch in here, and then touch your shoulders to the walls, just like that. You're going to go 10 each way. And repeat that as much as necessary. I would recommend 2 to 3 times a day, definitely before you do a workout. Try that out, see if that helps alleviate a lot of the plantar fascial pain that you're experiencing. If not, give us a call. We'd be happy to take care of you.